What's poppin', everybody? Saberwolf94. So, like I've said before, Jim Sterling does more than enough handling of these topics, but I want to make another video talking about EA and all this loot box bullshit. So, ever since that video I made where the Gambling Commission in Germany was going to investigate them, a lot of crazy shit happened, and I'm glad a lot of it is for the better. Like Disney stepping in with all the backlash, and EA removed the microtransactions, and they're gonna bring them back, of course. And it really is such a fucking ass company. Like it's just like these companies, Activision, EA, and maybe even Ubisoft too, and it's like they're always want to one up each other and who does the most fucked up ass shit in this industry. Fuck them, but oh well. And I really want to talk about this whole loot box shit and tell you guys that, well, it's bullshit, but I really can't believe and don't understand how can it even work. I suppose maybe there's a lot of well-off people. I've been to like with my dad went to like a client for a job once and know that these people exist. People that are rich, of course, but they just well off and it doesn't really matter to them. If they think something is cool, they're just gonna do what they have to do. So that's probably the demographic that's buying the microtransactions and stuff like that, besides the people that get addicted and what have you. Because for me, like me personally, and this must apply to other people too, but especially for me, like maybe I'm super crazy. You would never, ever see me do something like this, especially something that has no like guarantee. Like there's some fucking games that exist. They basically that you buy microtransactions and you buy shit for that game, and it's only like an online game. And then when it goes down, it's like you lost everything. It's like you've invested nothing. You have nothing. The only thing you've had is that time you spend playing that game and all that shit. But you would never ever see me do something like this, even if they made the most kick-ass, best-ass like Pokemon or Castlevania game. You would never see me invest in something that I know I can't keep. Like I'm fucking stingy enough to not pay for online. I don't say that you shouldn't have to pay. Uh, Maybe you should, but because I'm the kind of person that I know, okay, I'm not always on the PlayStation 4, I'm not always playing games, and when I'm playing, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be playing online and stuff like that. Even though I could have enjoyed Bloodborne online, PvP, and stuff like that, and I could have been playing King of Fighters 14 online against players and shit. Uh, because I know that I'm not going to be doing this all the time. Even with all the bonuses and all that shit, even though it's not a lot of money, I don't really pay. I don't pay for PlayStation 4, to play online, PlayStation Plus account. So maybe that's extreme, but in general, how can people like pay for some shit that like microtransactions, cosmetic stuff, and stuff that you probably I don't know what the fuck is the case, but these maybe you do get to keep them. Yeah, they get downloaded on your hard drive and all that shit. But a lot of these online microtransactions games and shit, how can people pay them, not care, when you know if you're clever that maybe in a couple of years this game is gonna go away and you're left with nothing. You might as well like wipe your ass with all that money, pretty much. I don't understand that. But like I've said, the people that let's say did pay all this money for shit like Battlefront 2 and that were gonna pay all that money and uh, people that get these microtransactions, it's a very small demographic that they just have a lot of money basically, besides those that get addicted and all that other shit. And when you've got a lot of money and you really don't care, it doesn't matter if you spend like $1,000 a day or a week and whatever. It's just like You've got the game, you got everything you want. It's like you're living in a different world. It's like you're just playing it, you're trying to enjoy it. And oh, you want fucking money, I gotta do this. Okay, I'm gonna fucking pay and pay and pay and do what the fuck so they can play the game. And basically, it's like EA and these companies are like catering pretty much that demographic, the demographic that has the money and that's gonna pay. But it screws over like everybody else, like the biggest population. It's like I'm running, let's say, a restaurant, for example. I'm trying to think of a good example. I'm probably gonna talk shit, but and I know that okay, I have these sort of customers that only eat this sort of dish and they always pay a lot of money. Uh, we're gonna give them more options in, like, let's say seafood. They only eat like seafood and stuff, for example. And then you don't have anything else for people that maybe don't eat fish and stuff like that. And they're like, man, there's nothing for me to eat here. It's all about seafood. I know this is a shit example, but uh, you guys get what I'm saying. It's like the catering to a small demographic and not giving a fuck about everybody else. But I really hope this backfires eventually, because if you're gonna do that, okay, fair game. Uh, People will not buy your games then, or hopefully they won't. And you know what? You wanna cater to those the rich people that don't care, and you know, cater to them. All right, but I really hope that people just use their heads and just. You really have to seriously not support these companies. Like maybe you want to play their games, but maybe you should have some self-control. I don't know what to say. Like for games like FIFA and stuff like that, I can't believe all the bullshit that's going. It's like we're never gonna get another like FIFA game, pretty much. I'm never gonna buy another FIFA game. I never really bought one anyways, but in my family, my dad and stuff like that, they would buy games, and we did get a bunch of these football games. Uh, FIFA 2004 was one of our first PlayStation 2 games, and then we got 2009, and then some Pro Evolution Soccer, and a bunch of other FIFA games. I think all the way to 2013. I don't remember. Maybe 2012. I don't know, but if they're gonna be like the microtransaction bullshit that they are and you can't really do shit, what is the point of buying a game like that? You know? There's no point. I'm not gonna pay for bullshit. Uh, I wanna pay for a game. If it has DLC, okay, cool. But, the DLC, it's something that you get, you keep. You download it on your hard drive, you have it at least. Um, and yeah, I did pay for Castlevania Harmony of Despair, the extra characters and all that shit, and what have you. But, if that game was like had a microtransaction model, like a lot of the games today, I would not have fucking bothered with that. Like maybe even if I did have the money, I'm just too proud to do something like that. Because a lot of things, uh, they just have a price that's like, okay, that's the set price for me, and I'm not gonna go over that. Like for example, uh, with Pokemon, you guys see, maybe you see, I don't know, but in my channel I also do like Pokemon related videos and games and stuff like that, and I also do unboxings, and I do have a bunch of like classic Pokemon booster boxes like Diamond and Pearl, Triumphant, and I've opened up a lot of other ones that I've opened up before I was doing YouTube, and you guys will never see them, but yeah. But the thing is, there's a price for me. Like I know that, okay, my maximum budget for these sort of set is $200. Because if you think about it, the original price, if I gotten it when I was supposed to get it, like when it was released years ago, it would be like $100, $80, whatever, if we're talking about the currency in dollars. But so I'm thinking, okay, I'm willing to go that extra mile and pay more money, but I'm not going to go over that. Now maybe okay if it's like the box is like $202, yeah, okay. But there's a bunch of boxes like let's say Secret Wonders, $250. Now I do have a box like that. Anyway, I did get one before it went that crazy. But for example, I'm not gonna buy that if I didn't have it. Like there's Undaunted and Color Legends. I want to get those sets, but because they're so expensive, I can't do it. I can if I wanted to, but there's just no point. It's just I'd rather like get two boxes, let's say, of Sun and Moon that I don't have, that are probably going to be just as expensive after 10 years, and do it that way. So yeah, you guys learned some secrets too, how to invest your money. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, I hope. I could do it. There's a bunch of EX series booster boxes that I just love. I would like want so much, like EX Hidden Legends and EX Dragon Frontiers, EX Dragon, Team Magma, uh, and a lot of the Neo sets and stuff like that. But there are thousands of dollars. Some I could afford, like I could afford to get an EX Power Keepers for $800 on eBay or something. But if I do that, it's like I'm giving in, basically. And that's what you have to do. You can't give in. Like maybe they've made a game like that you really want. I don't know, but uh, if it's gonna be littered and fucked up with microtransactions, and you won't enjoy it as you want to anyway, you might as well just pass on it. It's the same with I guess you could say relationships too. I'm going all over the place, but maybe you really love a girl, and but you guys just don't aren't working out no matter what. It's one of those cases where you break up, you get together, you break up, you get together, and maybe there's other shit more specific going on. But a lot of the times, maybe if you really love that person, the best thing to do is just let them go. You know, because you're just wasting your time. It's not going the way you want it to, and that's the same thing. You know, do people that bought like let's say Destiny 2 or the Shadow of Mordor game, is that what it's called? Anyway, uh, did you experience those games as you wanted to? Because it's one thing for, some things to be different and just some changes that, okay, maybe you don't like, you're not really a fan of, but it's the game you wanted to play. And a whole other thing entirely if it's the game is based on microtransactions. Like I heard the new Assassin's Creed was gonna be cool, but because they decided to sort of base the game is centered around the microtransaction concept and loot boxes concept, the game is kind of ruined now. I think Jim Sterling said that he was looking forward to it, but after he uh, played it a little bit, I think it's in beta or something. He found out, yeah, it's not gonna be cool. It got fucked for me, this game. And I'm sure a lot of people thought about this with Star Wars too, Star Wars Battlefront. But yeah, just we have to speak with our wallets, and we have to speak, you know, mean business, because if you don't mean business, nothing changes. Uh, these companies, they really don't give a shit. They think about money, and that's perfectly fine. It's a it's a relationship. It's a business relationship. You give me what I want, I give you the money you want. You don't give me what I want, I'm not going to give you money. I'm not going to pay. That's it. This is why maybe I'm going to get flack for this, but as much as of a clusterfuck Konami is right now, if let's say they come out Castlevania X, okay? X Castlevania game is coming out. And I see, and okay, wow, looking at the videos, looking at stuff, this is pretty much a real ass Castlevania game that we haven't had for a million years. I'm gonna go and buy it. I'm not gonna be, oh, well, I'm enemies with Konami now, and I'm not gonna support them because of all the shit they've done. Okay? They give you what you want, you get it. They don't, you don't give them shit. That's how it should be. They're not entitled to our money, and they have to work. There's competition. You have to do what the consumer wants. If you want to do something that you want, You can't be mad if people don't buy into it. But like I've said, the sad thing is people are buying into it. It's just maybe a small community of people that have a lot of money, or they got the fuckers that have addictions and shit, and they got them right where they want to. And they are making money from microtransactions and loot boxes, and that's why they keep doing this shit. And that sucks. Hopefully it changes in the future. We'll see. Uh, I suppose for me, like I've said, I just moved to other games and to shit that they're in the way that I want them to be. Like with Bloodstained, the Kickstarter, and other games too. There's a lot of indie games and a lot of shit, and that's the way to go, I really feel like. But I hope you guys enjoyed this rant. Hope you guys subscribe, leave a like, share this with your friends. I really enjoyed talking about this. Probably talked about a million things at once, but I really feel it's going to be a cool video. But anyways, guys, SaberWolf94, what up?